What is up, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy November 1st. And first of all, let me just say this. Thank you all so much for making 2024's Horror Fest the most successful horror fest of all time. So station and pop, pop, boo. But we got a great show planned for you tonight. Lots of announcements from New York Comic Con. Lots of announcements from our friends over at Dynamite. Speaking of friends at Dynamite, let's bring in Alex to talk about some of these things. What's up, Alex? How you doing?
Hey, Robbie. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Had a great Halloween, a great horror fest. I covered 12 movies from Sunday to Thursday night, bruh. I'm at like my end. I'm almost done. I'm about to drop dead right now, dude. But it was a great time, man. How you been, man? You been watching? Were you watching some horror movies during the Halloween season?
I was, but it sounds like you need to watch some cat movies to try to offset all the horror and try to get back to a baseline of normal. Because that's a lot of horror movies for 5 days, but you do a great job. And so,
well, luckily for November, what we got planned is the Back to the Future trilogy. We're going to be doing one movie a week starting November 11th. So very, very excited for that. I haven't revisited those movies. Well, actually, I revisited those movies last year when I was at Scarefest because they were playing them on Sci-Fi. And I'm like, it's October. Why are you playing Back to the Future? But it works because I think, didn't those movies take place in October? Actually, now
yeah. I'm pretty sure October 26th, maybe.
Yeah. Like October 26, 85, 2015, 1885, and 1955 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Oh, without a doubt. And, I think it's a testament to the legacy that they never, I don't want to say watered it down, but there wasn't even Back to the Future comics until like 2015 or so.
That's right. The only thing they had to taint their legacy was the NES video game. That's all they had to taint their legacy for a long time. But that, Back to the Future is actually a really good lesson to Hollywood. You know what? Maybe just make 3 good movies and leave it alone. I don't know. So
and replace one of your main characters or 2 of them if you need to.
Yeah, let's not do that. But how was your Halloween evening, man? Did you have fun?
Oh, it was good. I actually finished Agatha all along, and so I must say, I don't want to say I was skeptical, but I wasn't sure what the story was going to tell. My gosh, what a fun series! Seriously, if you haven't watched it, it's fun and enjoyable. Obviously, it's spooky and supernatural, focusing on witches, basically, but I would say a breath of fresh air, something different to the MCU. And episode 7, which was last week's episode, is probably one of the best MCU episodes of anything that come out.
That's what I've heard. I've actually heard all along, no pun intended, but all along this journey, I've heard that Agatha is really good. Like a great show, right? And me, being the dude I am, I ain't got time for all this stuff, right? And I'm kind of out of the MCU a little bit, right? And so when I hear this all the time, Alex, they're like, oh no, this one's good. Oh, no, Robbie, this one's good. Nobody said that about Secret Invasion, by the way.
No,
however,
Secret Invasion is bad.
I have heard that this show is probably one of their best shows they've done since WandaVision, for sure.
In my opinion, the episode 7 of this series is the second greatest MCU episode behind the finale of Loki season 2. It's a special, I don't want to say time jumping episode, but it fleshes everything out and it basically puts you into perspective. And so it's one of those episodes where if you've been watching the first 6, episode 7 is like, and then you're ready for the finale. But what they've done with this series is great. I recommend it. It's fun. It's spooky. And, you've got some cool characters, some cool character reveals. And Catherine Hahn is just so much fun in the show. So that's what I'll say to that.
Awesome. I'm going to check it out. Maybe I'll see if I can start a new email and unlock a Disney Plus subscription trial or something and watch it all, binge it all now that it's done. Because I hear great things about it. And I'm a huge Aubrey Plaza fan. And I hear that she slayed her performance in this.
Her casting was absolutely amazing. That's what I'll say.
Okay. All right. All you out there in the chat, I see you, Rogue Collecting. I see you, Chill Out Man. And I know there are others just lurking, waiting to hear what we got to talk about today, which is this. 2 weeks ago, New York Comic Con, I'm at Scarefest, right? I'm having fun meeting my favorite horror celebrities and all that stuff. Meanwhile, New York Comic Con's going on, and Dynamite, like usual, going ham. Just going ham, making crazy ass announcements. My favorite of which was SilverHawks. We had Ed on last week to talk about that, talk about his Thundercats Apex book coming up. That was a great conversation, a great creator. One of my favorite properties. Alex, did you know I'm a big SilverHawks fan? Did you
know? Wait. Do it. You got to do it.
All right.
Squeeze it.
You ready?
All right.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I need it better than that, man. How about my monster? Are you ready for it? You ready?
Monster.
Look at that. The transformation is complete.
No, that's the first Power Ranger flip head.
Yeah, that's the first flip head action figure, right? I've talked about that. That's totally the first flip head action figure, right? That's never happened before. And I don't think I saw this was not a common thing for toys to do. And then the Power Rangers did it with the Automorphin Power Rangers, which I love those figures, but that's so. I remember having this when I was a kid and just loving it so much. But yeah, we had Ed on last week and I was grilling him. I was like, when's Flashback showing up, bruh? And so I hope that this series goes on for at least 69 issues. That way we can get to the Flashback story. Anyway, Alex, lots of announcements from Dynamite. Y'all went ham yet again. Some really exciting stuff. What do you want to talk about, man?
Well, might as well start with the big one. You know, as soon as we announced Thundercats came out in February, maybe in December, whenever we announced Thundercats is a great property. People ask us immediately, what about SilverHawks? What about SilverHawks? Because SilverHawks hasn't had any media releases since the original show. Yes, Super 7 is doing a current SilverHawks line, which is amazing. If you have a chance and you like SilverHawks toys, check out the Super 7 stuff. But there's no more media. There's no comic books. There was never a TV show spinoff. Thundercats had Thundercats Roar in 2011. They had the other Thundercats series. You know, there was comic books in the meantime. Nothing for SilverHawks. So once we announced Thundercats, everyone was like, well, we love SilverHawks. What can we do? Thundercats did great. So we are super excited to announce that, yes, SilverHawks is joining the Dynamite lineup with some amazing, amazing talent. Ed Brisson is the writer, and George Combadias is doing the interior art. So SilverHawks is one of the original Rankin and Bass properties, but this has a cosmic space tone, and it's so much fun. So Ed Brisson worked on is doing the upcoming Thundercats Apex. He also worked on Batman Incorporated and Predator. And George Combadias is our current Gargoyles interior artist. So everyone's back for this. Stargazer, Quicksilver, Monstar. It's going to be great. The Copper Kid. You know, it's the entire lineup that you want for SilverHawks. So, I mean, just having...
we had a great conversation with Ed last week. And this dude is me and Ed are the same person. But he's the Canadian version of Rockin Robbie, it seems like, right? He's a huge Thundercats fan, but even more so a SilverHawks fan. And it's as a fan, I just want to say it's really awesome that y'all found a very talented writer, because I love his Batman Incorporated run. His Ghost Rider stuff is solid. His independent work is solid. But you found a really solid creator who has a passion for this project. And that's something that Declan's been bringing across in Thundercats, and Ed's going to do that even more so, I think, in SilverHawks, man.
And what's cool is that there's all this talk that because SilverHawks is Rankin and Bass, it's in the Thundercats universe, but nothing's ever been officially confirmed. So hopefully, maybe we might get something in the future. So we're hoping.
Well, there was the Thundercats. That's that series they did in I guess what was it, 2011? Is that what you said, right? When they rebooted Thundercats, whatever.
Yeah.
They did lay those seeds out, right? They did, because it is in the same universe. I'm sorry, it is Alex, and I swear to the gods, Ed Brisson better be doing at some point a Thundercats SilverHawks crossover, man. You can take that idea, just run with it. I got a good idea for it, but like, just run with it, man. Just go for it. Just go.
Well, I think it'll depend on the fan reception for the series. So if you like SilverHawks and ready for more SilverHawks stories, or even have any interest, well, issue number 1 releases January 29th. January 29th. So there's still time to get ready to see what covers you want. Speaking of covers,
so first of all, real quick before you get into the covers, PCP Army, that was a call to action. Like, let's make SilverHawks happen. Let's make it last. Let's make it work with the crossover. Like, y'all get behind me. Let's make SilverHawks the greatest launch that Dynamite's ever had. Let's try to do what we can, y'all. I'm sorry, Alex. Go ahead.
No, I mean, Thundercats launched great, so we're super excited to show off the covers for SilverHawks, including cover A, which is Lucio Carrillo. And come on, look at that cover. So we also have, it's just, you can go in order, Robbie, and I'll make sure that they're right. Next is, this is the Jay Lee cover featuring the full team. We've got third. Oh, this one is my favorite, the James Sticco cover.
Bro, the fact that you got James Sticco to do some SilverHawks covers, that's like a fanboy dream come true, dude. This might make cover of the week already in the end of January. We'll see what happens.
We also have Declan Shalvey, and we have Geraldo Borges. And a special, we have Mannix. That's right. So there's the Jorge Borges, but we did get Mannix to do a cover. So super excited for Mannix, this one right here. So
you know that Marcus is going to be asking for a metal version of this. And
yeah, SilverHawks is going to be there. There will be medals, and I am super excited because I haven't announced what I'm doing for the website exclusives yet, but there will definitely be some fun Dynamite.com website exclusives for this series.
You gotta somehow find out how to do a cover that that you like can flap open like that. That would be great, dude.
Presenting new origami covers. And I don't have the image, but there are going to be foil logo covers. So just like Thundercats, you'll be able to have a foil logo. So SilverHawks number 1 releases in stores January 29th. So you have time before FOC, and you have time to think about what covers you want. So get ready for January. It's going to be great.
I'm very excited for SilverHawks, y'all. Like, seriously, if you love pop culture philosophers, if you love what Rockin Robbie does here, go and pre-order SilverHawks right now. Buy as many covers as you want. Get the foils. Get the medals. Like, this is my dream right here, is the SilverHawks ongoing comic book, y'all. And we had that chat with Ed last week, and this dude's got years worth of stories in his head. So let's make this really, really be successful, y'all.
Yeah, so make sure you check out the video to see what Ed has to say. But speaking of January, there's actually another title that we just announced. And this also, well, SilverHawks did have a small comic series, but this title never had a comic book series because it's brand new. We're talking about Judy Hopps and Nick the Fox with Zootopia number 1. That's right. The new Disney series based off the movie, set after the movie. It's a continuation. That's right. It's Zootopia. So, written by Jeff Parker, illustrated by Alessandro Rinaldi. This is the first time this series will ever be a comic book. In Zootopia, where every animal is free to strive to realize their full potential. Among the pack is Trip Zebrando, who is the owner of the PB&J cell phone company. While launching their latest flagship model, they found out that somebody has it out for them, and they're set on sabotaging the event. So it's up to Judy and Nick to find out what's going on. ZPD's finest. So this is super exciting, Robbie, because this is a brand new Disney property, first time ever getting a comic book. So there's been a lot of great hype with the movie. And while we're all awaiting the Zootopia 2 sequel in the future, you can be held over by some awesome comic books coming out.
You know, I've never seen that movie, and I plan on having Jeff Parker on the show soon because he's done some great work. And I feel like now I got to watch Zootopia so I know what I'm talking about when he comes in and get ready for this property, man. Have you seen Zootopia? Is it that good? Is it really that good of a Disney movie?
I did see Zootopia. It is good. Now, I'm not going to say it's up there with Aladdin or Lion King in the Disney Renaissance, but it was definitely a fun movie. I really enjoyed it, and I came out of it looking for more. Like I came out of it saying I would want more in this universe. I mean, it's anthropomorphic animals, like they're all talking, they're alive. But if you remember the commercial had the sloth and the DMV going very slow.
Oh yeah, that's that
Yeah.
one. That was hilarious. I remember that.
It's definitely a funny movie and definitely enjoyable with some twists. But the animation is beautiful, and that is continuing with this. So we've got some covers, including Trish Forstner. We've got Alessandro Rinaldi, which that's a beautiful, beautiful cover. We have Craig Russo, who's doing the cover bleed, and you better hop on down in your comic book store to get this cover. We also have, as a special, this is the Craig Russo, and we will, just like everyone asks, we will have artwork from the film, including the there you go, the actual animation model cover. That's beautiful. And now, as a special Pop Culture Philosophers debut, we actually have 3 interior pages that I can show off right now. So let's take a look at some of the interiors, just to show off a little example of what we'll be getting, at least for the first 3 pages. And again, it's Jeff Parker and Alessandro Rinaldi. So if you liked this team up between Nick and Judy, you will definitely enjoy the comic. So, Zootopia number 1.
Interior pages debuted for the first time here on Pop Culture Philosophers. That's dope, man. I love that.
So this series releases January 8th. So start the new year off with Zootopia. You have about 4 to 5 weeks, I think, before FOC. So take a look at the covers, and you have time to watch the movie and see if the comic book series does it for you. But either way, brand new Disney series with a new for the first time ever in comic books, January 8th.
That's dope.
All right, Robbie, I'm going to switch gears back to the 80s, actually. And we're going to go back to the 80s with the announcement of the creative team for one of the greatest Hanna-Barbera properties to ever exist. That's right. The Herculoids, for the first time ever in comic books. That's what Dynamite's doing. We're giving you properties that have never had a comic book ever to continue the story. There hasn't been Hercules merchandise since, 2003 or so with the DC. I think it was DC Direct.
Yeah, there was some good action figure sets at the time, right? And like the crazy thing is, a lot of people can look at Herculoids and be like, "Oh, this is like for old guys," right? Like John Cole, I know he's super excited that we're doing this series, right? But like, I remember watching the series when Cartoon Network first started, and they were playing all that stuff, and like this was one of those. This and Thundar, like that Jack Kirby inspiration on these series. I'm so excited. I hope that carries over into the comic book series. And we actually had the writer on the show recently, and he was mentioning how he was so excited to do this. And of course, we're talking about who's the writer of the series?
Tom
Snigalski. That's right, yo. He's so freaking excited to do this, and that makes me excited. Like I said, when you have creators who are solid already doing licensed work on projects that they are passionate about, and that's what we're going to get with this one.
Yeah, so joining Tom is Craig Russo during the interior art, so this is super exciting. So it's a unique blend of science fiction and fantasy, taking the idea of a space barbarian family and pairing them with a colorful cast of giant pets, the Herculoids. The crew is composed of father and leader Xandor, his wife Tara, son Dorno, and Zoc, the laser-shooting dragon, Igu, the rock ape, Tundro, the rhinoceros, and fan favorites, the shape-shifting Gloop and Gleep. That's right. I can't wait for a Gloop and Gleep action figure cover. Maybe. I don't know. Super excited. But it's going to be a super-duper fun series. And so let's show some of these fun covers, including the cover A, which is the Francesco Mattina cover. It looks great. But we're very lucky to have Dan Panosian as well doing a cover. We have Bjorn Borens doing a cover. I think I got those switched, actually. That's Bjorn's cover. The first one was the Mattina cover. Mattina. Dan Panosian has his cover. Sorry, Robbie. Mine are out of order. Yours are not.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, I'm looking for it right now, but
okay. Just show the covers in order. I can probably figure out who's who.
We'll see what's up. I'll show you what I got. So
there you go.
You got this one.
All right, so that is Joseph Michael Linsner's cover. And that, oh my gosh.
This is very exciting, by the way, right here.
You can't tell whose artwork that is from the cover. Well, I'm happy to announce we have Mike Mignola. That's right, the legendary Hellboy creator doing a cover for Herculoids. So it's so exciting.
Somehow I don't have the Panosian cover, but I'm excited to look at that. I love Dan Panosian. He's super, super dope. But Mike Mignola is so my number one comic book artist of all time is Jack Kirby, and my number two is Mike Mignola. And when he did the Red Sonja cover, I thought that was dope. But this is awesome. And you know that Mike only does covers for things he's passionate about. So he's bringing the energy in on this cover. This is pretty freaking dope. When does this release? Is it January? Is it February? What's going on with
So this is in stores in February. So we had a little bit of time to get ready. That also means you have time if you want to catch up and watch the series if you can find it. I don't know where it's streaming, unfortunately, offhand, but check out Herculoids and get ready for this new comic series. It's going to be awesome. So it will be solicited in December previews. So next month, you'll see it in previews. And that is Herculoids. All right, Robbie. This next one is a dog of a good announcement. This went live, I believe, on Monday. But we are super excited for this new partnership. We're teaming up with Trish Forstner and Tony Fleeks to be able to release to you guys Stray Dogs plushes. That is right. We are doing Stray Dogs plushes, action figure plush dolls of your favorite image canines. There we go. So this is our current backer kit. It is a crowdfunder. So guys, click the link right there. You can see it. It is backer kit. This will take you right to the page where you can see what we've got. We've got some amazing plushes, and there's even more exclusives and goodies like lithographs and comic books on the back.
There's even a Feral exclusive in this one, right? One of the horror homage covers, right? For $7, I believe.
I'm actually happy to announce our first Dynamic Forces variant cover in a couple years. Excuse me. There's been a few years since we've done one. We've got one for Feral, number 7. New story arc. It's going to be awesome. So, if you're a fan of Trish Forstner and Tony Fleek's new world that they're building with Feral and Stray Dogs, you definitely don't want to miss this out because you will have physical representations. And you know what? If you're not a comic book fan, you might maybe just like dogs. Here's some new dog plushes. The Dalmatian and 2 other dog breeds I just don't know offhand. So, but yes, it's super exciting. So the link is right there. This is live right now. So check it out. And of course, the Stray Dog story, some classic animation with some high stakes horror themes. And even if you're not a dog lover, it's still a very fun read. So check it out. The back kit's right there. Again, that is Stray Dogs, plush dolls, and special exclusives for fans.
Yeah, we got the link in the chat. We got the link in the description below. So definitely check that out. Help make this happen, because I was talking with Tony and Tone a week ago. They were at my shop hanging out, and I was like, dude, these plushies are pretty freaking awesome. He's like, hell yeah. He's very excited about these, man.
So we're going to switch gears a little bit to go to Thundercats. And it's just super exciting. Thundercats issue number 10 releases in 19 days on November 20th. And issue number 10 shines a spotlight on one of its villains, Slife, with a special standalone chapter by artist Joe Mulvey. That's right. Joe Mulvey takes over the guest artist on the interiors for this issue, giving Drew Moss a little break for this issue. But which is super exciting because this tale talks about the lizard Slife. That's right. One of the big mutant leaders, Slife. We got some great covers here, including David Nakayama's beautiful cover. We have, this is Ivan Tao's, is it? No, this is, sorry. This one is, this is Lucio Perillo. Sorry, this is Perillo's cover. This took me for a surprise. This is a little bit brighter colors than Lucio usually uses, but it looks beautiful. And Chitara and Snarf on the rock is great. We do have Declan Shalvey's cover right here. Declan Shalvey. We have Jay Lee's cover right here featuring Slife. And as a special bonus, we have, let's show it. That's right, Raza. Raza doing a Thundercats cover. So we're super excited. So again, this is issue number 10 featuring guest artist Joel Mulvey from Happy Hill, The Last Ride of Pillar and Pride. And this issue is great because it's both essential entry for the ongoing narrative and the expanding lore, but it's also a nice one-off, one-shot for people that want to give the series a try or even the artist a try. We had Stephen Mooney do his own one-shot kind of tie-in with issue number 5, and here is issue number 10. So this is in stores January 20th. FOC already passed for pre-orders, but still enough time to contact your local comic book store to have them order for you so you can still get a copy. Thundercats number 10.
And I love Joe Mulvey. We had him on the channel not too long ago. I think with John Lees, right? And Joe Mulvey is a super cool dude. He's a great artist. Check out his book, Wailing Blade with Rich Duick. Really great stuff there. And a fan of PCP, a friend of the show, we may say.
So that kind of segues us into the next announcement, which is Thundercats number 11. Now, why do we have a special announcement for 10 or 11? Well, 10, we want to give feature to the character focus and, of course, Joe Mulvey. But issue number 11 is the start of a brand new story arc. And what's the story arc? The third arc we've been waiting for. Lion-O versus Mum-Ra. That's right. The first story arc focused on the origins and introducing fans to these beloved characters. The second phase, each chapter subtly accented members of the core cast and teed up the epic showdown between the Thundercats and the mutants. Well, third time's a charm, because when Wily Kit and Wily Cat report back with what they found, Lion-O will venture alone into Mum-Ra's lair. What will happen? Who knows? But let's just say, this is me personally thinking, I don't think it'll go the best for Lion-O. Why is he going in alone? Come on, man. You've got a team behind you. But this is super exciting because we've got Lion-O and Mum-Ra together. Plus, Lucio Perillo takes over with cover A. And look at that beautiful Perio cover. We also have, and this is super duper awesome, Declan Shalvey's really cool cover. This might be my favorite, though, because Jay Lee knocked it out of the park with this. It's almost like, you know, this reminds me of, Robbie? Like a magician and his, you know, there's that Chris Angel doing like a, ooh.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
Levitating body. Now, why do I think it's not going to go well for Lion-O? Look at the cover. So, what's going to happen inside? But the next two covers are super duper exciting because we're thrilled to have Mannix back and have Mannix's take on the original. I believe it was Brett Breeding, the original Thundercats #1 cover by Mannix, the breakout artist. So, super exciting. But I think this cover is amazing. We've got Felipe Massafera doing a cover. That's right. Felipe Massafera. Look
This
at that.
dude's been making
cover.
waves, man. He's got like that Alex Ross type style, right? Like very
Yes.
realistic, very cool, man. Yeah.
This definitely has an Alex Ross vibe with the lighting and the realism. And this is one of the bonus covers. Some of the bonus covers have been doing really, really well. If you remember, Robbie, we had the Ben Oliver covers, who basically had Halloween masks for Lion-O, Chitara, and Panthro. We started off with Fire with Rob Liefeld doing bonus covers. Felipe Massafera is sure not to disappoint. So don't miss out on this one. Thundercats #11 is in stores December 18th. So it is November. So I'm pretty sure FOC is coming up shortly. So you have time to pre-order these, but you still have time to order these anyway. So go to your local comic book store and tell them, Thundercats 10 and 11, please. Beautiful covers.
Yeah, great covers, man.
All right, Robbie. It's one of our biggest characters and a major, major milestone. Vampirella came back with issue 666, and we're super excited to have this milestone issue, 675. Christopher Priest celebrates this with a major jumping on point. And what better artist to return for the covers than legendary, and I'm going to say that because her Vampirella covers and her Red Sonja covers are already legendary. And want to know why I can say that? Is because we are currently reprinting them with the modern icon covers. And a cover doesn't get reprinted as an icon cover unless it's legendary. Let's talk about Jenny Frison back with Vampirella. The first Jenny Frison new Vampirella cover in a while. This is so exciting. Robbie, following the status quo shattering events of the Dark World, Vampirella's analyst, Doc Cherry, is brought before a review board to explain his conduct with his bizarre patient. So, how can he explain his enabling of her? It's Vampirella. This is super excited. Yes, Marcus, the biggest collars possible right there. This is super exciting because even if you haven't read Vampirella before, or even if you haven't started with the first series in this run with 666, doesn't matter. This is a perfect jumping on point for the fans as we head to the road to Vampirella 700. So, of course, we are super excited to have this Jenny Frison cover, but there's more because we have, check out this next one, Lucio Perillo's. I don't even know what to say. It's biting.
It's biting, it's horrific, and it's hot. It's what it is.
There we go. So, this is Lucio Perillo. Of course, Linsner gives us his beautiful cover. It's almost like a statue. That's a statuesque. It's like I win a Grammy, you come home with this.
Yeah, y'all should license out a statue for this. That would be really dope, man.
License out a statue. Wait, can you remove the image a second? I don't need statues. We've got support your local statue manufacturer. That is Sideshow. We don't sell these, but these are to show off. Sideshow makes amazing statues. And really, really quickly, I believe these are in stock. But if you go to Dynamite.com, there are Vampirella action figures. I would be remiss if I didn't show these off. These are pretty cool. These are from X13 Replicas, the Loose Collector, and Dynamite. These released, I believe, earlier this year or late last year, but there are Vampirella action figures. Check out Dynamite.com for some really cool Vampirella toys. But anyway,
I got to get me one of those Vampirella action figures, man. I got to tell you that, dude. What do I got to? Who do I got to talk to, Alex, to get one of those?
Christopher Priest, Jenny Frizen. No. Robbie, we'll see what we can do. But I want to show this next cover off because Elias Chad Zudis. Oh, that was maybe not that one, but we can stay on this one for a second. Guys, what would a Vampirella book be without a cosplay cover? And here is Rachel Holland, who I actually got to meet at New York Comic Con. So walking by, I turned my head. I saw somebody dressed as the cover. I was like, it's like she walked off the cover of Barbarella because she was wearing the Barbarella outfit. I was like, Rachel, it's you in person. It was great. Guys, this is a Rachel Holland cover.
It sure is.
It sure is. So,
there it is, right?
This is the special. We are going into 2025 because this issue releases January 29th, the end of January. But this brings us into a major, major milestone year. Elias Chatzudis giving us his 2025 New Year's Eve cover with Vampirella. Oh my, indeed, Two Gun. That's right. So, some great covers for Vampirella Milestone 675. Again, this releases January 29th, so you have time to calm down and get these covers when you're ready.
Yeah, calm down, everybody, and then go call your LCS and let them know that you want these covers, man. Really cool stuff. Wow, that might get that last cover by Rachie might get us demonetized, but who cares? We're good.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's do a little. Let's shift a little gears to something interesting, very fun, and something kind of new that we've done a little bit in the past, but we're going to be doing a little bit more of. Marvel has their What If. DC has their Elseworlds. Dynamite has Altered States. That's right. Purgatory returns with Ray Fox into Dynamite's What If universes. This is Purgatory, Grindhouse, the demonic and vampire queen of chaos. So, this is just like an Elseworlds or What If story. This is set into an alternate universe. It's called Grindhouse Special, guys, with the master macabre writer Ray Fox from Constantine and Justice League Dark, and featuring the art of Alvaro Saraseca. This is a 28-pager. That's right. Extra, extra big for you guys. In the summer of 1976, Tori Sachs and her friends attend an innocent beach party to celebrate their long-awaited graduation from high school. They get more what they bargained for when they stumble right into a scene of satanic carnage that will change them all and shock the world. So, this is the beautiful Lucio Purio cover. We have the Linsner cover, of course, giving us Linsner at his best with Purgatory. I think Linsner was next. I could be wrong. But I'll wait for the jump
right now, man. I'm looking for it.
You can just go in order. I can figure out who's who. Oh, look at that. Listen, talk about cosplay Rachel Holland right there. Get Purgatory. Don't miss out on this one. So we also have two more covers. We have the Linsner cover and the Mike Ruth. That's the Mike Ruth. That one's awesome. So Purgatory Grindhouse releases January 1st. So start the brand new year with Elseworlds, What If, with Altered States. Purgatory Grindhouse. Again, January 1st. Speaking of really cool titles, this next one is so exciting. Sweetie Candy Vigilante, Volume 2, Number 6, the finale. From Suzanne Caffiero, producer John Caffiero, and artist Thiago Vale. But Robbie, this is so exciting. Sweetie Candy has been a great series, but we are incredibly thrilled to be able to announce the following and show that cover. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. The Flaming Carrot is back. Bob Burden, the indie comics legend, is back with the first Flaming Carrot crossover in 30 years since his Turtles crossover. Bob Burden's Flaming Carrot cover right here. This is so exciting that Bob Burden is doing a cover for us. This is incredible. And you know what, Robbie? It's not just the cover, because FC appears within the pages and ties closely into the story. This is so exciting to be able to get Bob Burden to not only let us use the Flaming Carrot, but for him to do the cover of his own major character. It's awesome. So, 2 great covers. We also have a third cover from, let me check my notes. This cover is by John Royal. Yes, the John Royal cover. We have Yonami and Jeff Zorno. So 4 great covers for Sweetie Candy Vigilante, but show that cover again, the Flaming Carrot, because again, Robbie, we are so excited to be able to offer literally the first Flaming Carrot crossover in 30 years. That's right. Your eyes do not deceive you. It is the Flaming Carrot. So, this amazing issue and variant cover releases December 18th. December 18th. So, I do believe there is still time to pre-order, but you can always go to your local comic book store and be like, hey, I need to see better. Let me get that carrot, please. That is Sweetie Candy Vigilante. It's Volume 2, Number 6. It's the Flaming Carrot Bob Burden cover. Don't miss out on this one. And Robbie, speaking of legendary creators doing Dynamite covers, Mike Mignola, Felipe Massafera, Bob Burden. I'm so excited for this one. One of the greatest Iron Man artists to ever live, Bob Layton, who knows Iron Man, who knows how to draw metal. Guys, Bob Layton is doing a Terminator 2 cover. That is right. Look at that. Go back to his line art a second, Robbie. Just look at that line art. Oh my gosh. Bob Layton is amazing. He knows how to draw metal. Look at that. So Bob Layton doing a Terminator number 2 cover. It's beautiful. This is Declan Shalvey doing, and Luke Sparrow on the series. That's cover A, Declan Shalvey. We have, listen, cover B. I love cover A, but cover B is, oh my gosh, this Drew Moss cover feels like The Matrix. Ready for this?
Give me a minute for that one, man. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. This is great. I mean, these covers have been killing it. Look at that. I mean, yeah, he's getting shot. Doesn't it feel like The Matrix a little bit?
Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah.
This is such a cool cover. Bullets don't hurt metal, man. Come on. We also have the beautiful. Just 1 second. Third cover. I want to get the artist right.
You got the Cousins cover right here, right?
Yeah, thank you. David Cousins cover. There you go, David Cousins. He gave us an underwater cover. Now we got a jungle firing cover. You put Terminator in any situation, and he's horrific to imagine coming at you. Any Rachel Holland Terminator cosplay cover? That's a great question, Marcus. I'm going to say for this one, probably not. But your imagination can run wild. But we are super excited to show off, again, the Bob Layton cover. Terminator number 2 releases in 2 weeks on November 13th. So you do have some time to ask your local comic book store to get this. It is after FOC, so it's possible they might not be able to order it. At least the Bob Layton cover. But ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. So go to your local comic book store and ask for Terminator number 2. And those are 10. That's right, 10 amazing Dynamite New York Comic Con announcements for the future. There's going to be so much fun stuff coming out. We are so excited for all this, Robbie. It's going to be, oh my God, I can't wait. SilverHawks, everything. Super exciting.
Yeah, we got SilverHawks. We got Zootopia. We got Herculoids. And I'm very, very pumped for the Magnolia cover of Herculoids. That's dope. We got the Stray Dogs backer kit. Link in the description below. Lots of cool stuff. Thundercats really gearing up right now with issue number 10 and issue number 11. Vampirella 675 with some really bodacious covers that are showing off a lot of assets right there. We got Purgatory in Altered States. Sweetie Candy involving Flaming Carrot. I love that y'all are respecting all of the indie comics that I grew up with that I absolutely love. And Terminator. Terminator's been great. And that Bob Layton cover is absolutely amazing. It's got some Barry Windsor Smith Machine Man kind of energy right there. It really, really does, man.
Robert, we had a question. Will some of the covers be included in the Terminator trade paperback later? Well, I will happy to say that not only do the single issues include the full cover gallery, but the trade paperbacks as well do include the cover gallery. And Robbie, that's actually a little segue. I do want to talk about really, really quickly the books out in stores this week, 2 days ago. I just want to quickly go over. We've got 3 new issues and 3 collections. So I'm going to start with the collections because that was a good segue. So we've got Army of Darkness Forever. I know you love this series. This just ended with issue number 13, but volume 1 is available. This is issues 1 to 6 from Tony Fleeks, Francesco Mattina, Justin Greenwood, other sort of Nick Dragata, J. Scott Campbell. The reason I want to show this off first is because, just to give you guys an example, at the end of the book, cover gallery, so you do get to see all the beautiful covers and everything. So yes, LTRX, you see all the covers. Retailers and Dynamite Virgins, variants, everything. We also have Vampirella Dead Flowers from Sarah Frazetta and Bob Freeman and Alberto Locatelli. And this is issues 1 to 4, but just showing off cover gallery. Correct, Marcus. The cover galleries that each cover isn't full size. They are usually larger in the trade than a single issue, but each cover is not full size. Occasionally, books are cover gallery books, but in the back of the trades, they are not full size. They're as big as they can be. Oh, absolutely. But yes, there are 2 stories in Terminator. Both stories is part of the issue. The full issue will be in the trade paperback. We're not gonna not include some story. So absolutely. So Savage Red Sonia, Devil in the Sand is out, and this Savage Red Sonia this includes one of my all-time favorite Dan Panosian covers. So look at this. Savage Red Sonia number 3. This is one of my favorite Dan Panosian covers to ever release. So, 3 great trades. And I do want to show off what's out this week. We've got Sweetie Candy Vigilante, Volume 2, number 5. We've got Red Sonja, number 15, Torun Grombeck's run. And for Thundercats, we have issue number 9. So, 3 great books out this week. 3 great collections out this week as well. So, head on to your local comic book store and say, I want some Dynamite books.
Yeah, y'all been killing it, man. Like, y'all have actually been elevating your game over the last couple years, and I really appreciate the work y'all do. I really appreciate y'all all as friends. You, Amy, Rex, John, even old Nikki. I fucking love y'all, and I really appreciate y'all being a part of the channel, and y'all are really stepping your game up when this stuff comes up, Alex. So you guys are doing the Lord's work right now. Let's just say that.
We appreciate you and what you do, and this is great because we just want to give back to the fans and give them good stories. And Nick's not going to do something if he's not confident and passionate about it and not giving his 100%. So, I mean, seeing how Space Ghost started, how Thundercats started, how Johnny Quest started, I mean, I think we're in for just an amazing couple months coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Terminator's been great. Super excited for Herculoids. Johnny Quest, even more excited for. I think we're going to have Joe Casey on next week. So he's always a fun conversation. He's a veteran in this industry. And I really appreciate that y'all are doing, you are paying particular attention to care when it comes to these IPs that you're working with, right? Because there's a lot of fans behind books like Terminator or Herculoids or something like that, right? You're paying attention to that, but you're also paying attention to creators. You're allowing creators to have a passion for this industry, and you are allowing other creators to come in and continue to do what they do so well that we love, like Bob Layton and Mike Mignola and all that stuff. So thank you so much, Alex, for being here to talk about these books with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Robbie. It's super exciting. I mean, there's going to be more announcements coming up, because I know there's more properties that are coming out, but that's all I have for you right now until anything's more official. But I just know that 2025 is going to be crazy fun. So, start reading now. That way you don't have to catch up later.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Alex, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, PCP Army, for joining us. If you're watching on the replay, drop a comment below. Let us know what you are most excited about for all these Dynamite announcements. Alex, we love you. PCP Army, we love you. We're dipping out.